Find a comfortable place to land, to kind of settle into the practice. Feel free to lay down or be seated using any props that would support you this morning. And so we're just going to come into a simple meditation of really being as you are, being with yourself as you are, and trying to take away the idea of working on ourselves to a place of working with ourselves. Just seeing how that lands, how that feels for you. So letting the eyes get heavy, maybe they close. Feeling your body touching the ground, touching the earth. Noticing those touch points wherever they are, depending on how you are situated right now. Noticing the breath moving through your body. You may draw the shoulder blades just subtly towards each other. And then notice what it feels like to find this stillness in your body. Notice what that feels like to perhaps stop in this moment in space right now. And welcoming yourself into this practice, into your body in this way. And then noticing that you're breathing. There's no need to change anything, manipulate anything. Just allowing the breath to be just as it is, right here, right now. And then simply following the breath in, feeling that sensation, and following the breath out. And then begin to notice where in your body you're feeling the sensation of the breath. Perhaps you're aware of the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. You might be sensing a gentle expansion and contracting, maybe through the chest, ribs, the belly. And just inviting our attention to rest on those sensations of the breath as it flows in and out of our body. As you're sitting here, the attention on the breath, you might notice thoughts going through your mind, and there's no need to block anything out. Rather, see if it's possible just to allow those thoughts to pass through the mind one by one. Letting go of any need to label them as good or bad, positive, negative. Just trying to find a neutral way of being with those thoughts. See if it's possible to be aware of these thoughts without grasping onto them, clinging onto any one thought. And also without really rejecting or denying any. We can shift our attention to notice any feelings that might be present in this moment. As we're breathing in and breathing out, just acknowledge any feeling just as it is. And sometimes we have feelings about our feelings, right? We may feel that one feeling is okay and one is not okay. And maybe having a thought of all feelings are acceptable just in this moment. Now bringing our awareness, our attention to any sensations within our body. Just seeing if there's warmth, coolness, maybe tingling or tightness, relaxation, hunger. Just noticing what's happening within our body in this moment. Doing this with patience and kindness. Just exploring sensations, both strong and subtle, with a little bit of curiosity. And then as you're breathing right now in and out, notice if your posture's changed, if there's any shift. And dropping back into the breath. Being with each inhale and being with each exhale. And dropping into our heart space to set an intention for our practice today. Noticing what would serve you. And then perhaps setting out a dedication to someone or something who's in your heart. And I invite you to bring your hands to your heart space. And let's just take a moment to breathe into our heart space. Letting our hands receive our breath. You feel your heart beating through the hands. Just offering yourself some tenderness here, a little curiosity. Beautiful. We can take our hands, bring some movement to our fingers and our wrists. Maybe your neck or anywhere in your body that wants to move right now. And then as you're ready, we'll find our way onto our backs if you're not already there. You might want some blocks for your practice. And so let's hug the knees in. Maybe just rock side to side, just feeling your body here on the ground. Feeling the movement of your body. Might give yourself a hug here, maybe lifting the head and the heart if that feels good. And then releasing down. You can have hands on each knee and make some big circles, softening through the hips as we do. And then reversing that. Beautiful. Let's press the feet up to the sky. And then bend the knees. And then press the feet up. And bend the knees. We'll take that one more time. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the knees apart from each other again and start to bring the soles of the feet up towards the sky, but with a bend in the knee, a soft bend. So we're not into a intense happy baby yet. We're just getting loose here. But releasing the shoulders to the ground, the tailbones to the ground. And maybe rocking side to side here. And as we do, you can lengthen the right leg as you rock to the right, bending the left knee, and then the opposite. So lengthening the left leg as you bend the right, and just kind of rock through this, making it your own. Beautiful. And we'll come back to center. So the knees are stacked on top of the hips. And as they are, make sure that your lower back is as flush as it can be. So you might have to walk your hips out a little bit. We'll get in touch with our core here, gently placing your hands at your thighs. And we'll press the thighs away while we're pressing the legs into our hands. Shoulders come down towards the ground. Navel to the spine. Beautiful. And then we can soften that. And then let's take our right hand and bringing it basically, I guess, on top of the right knee. And we're going to draw the right knee in as we're pressing the left knee away. So we're not really drawing it deeply in, we're just doing a play on the side. So as you're trying to press your left, I'll take it step by step. As you're trying to press your left leg away, press that left leg into your hands so you're not moving. We're turning on the core. And the same thing with the right. Feel as if you're trying to draw that knee in and your hand is holding it. And we'll take it the opposite way. So now I'm going to have the palm of my hand on my right thigh, kind of cupping my left knee, drawing my right leg towards me, but I'm pressing away. Opposite. You can release that, stacking the knees right above the hips, bringing our hands to the outside of our knees. And feel as if you're trying to bring the knees wide open, but your hands are preventing you. And as you're doing that, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears, so you're igniting the upper back as well, the shoulders, the chest, and the core. Beautiful. And then you can soften there. And this time taking the inside of your hands to the inside of your knees. You can turn your hands over so it's your palms, and then pressing your knees towards your hands, and your hands are trying to draw the knees wide. So you're getting a stretch through the arms as well, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Releasing that. You can give yourself a hug, maybe rolling through the shoulders, even though we're laying down. Just any movement here to kind of release that. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet down with the knees bent. Be taking the block here and bringing it between the thighs. You don't have to, but if you'd like to. And once again, let's press into that block. Finding space in the lower back, feeling the outer edges of your feet without rolling your feet. Beautiful. And then from here, we can draw the knees back up. So we're stacking the knees again and bringing the hands gently behind your head so we can support here. Elbows are out to the side, navel to the spine. And you might stay right here as just laying here like this. My core is completely turned on. So again, navel to the spine. And maybe the head lifts up. Draw the right elbow towards the left knee. And then bringing that right elbow back. And again, the head can be down or up. Left elbow towards the left knee. And we'll come back. You might bring your feet up towards the sky. And then bending the knees again. And then let's release the head down and bring the feet down. Soften through the core. Take a breath. Take a ha. And then we'll go through our bridge poses. And you can do this with or without the block. You can also place blocks under your feet if you enjoy doing it that way. So pressing your whole foot into the ground, lifting the hips up towards the sky, squeezing into the glutes. And then gently lowering down. As you lower down, you might reach back with the arms. And let's just flow here. Find your flow, your pace. Beautiful. And then the next time the hips are lifted, you can either leave them there or come on down. You decide, arms by your side. You can walk the shoulders in towards each other, perhaps interlace your hands, your fingers. Feel your entire foot on the ground here. Squeezing into the glutes. Nice full breath in. On the exhale, let's release the fingers if they're bound, and then slowly releasing down. Beautiful. You can remove the block. And then once again, we're going to draw the knees right above the hips. And then from here, you might reach the arms back behind you, pressing the feet up towards the sky. And then you decide, depending on how your shoulders want to move, maybe you sweep them to your sides and bring them to either side of your legs, or maybe you do an up and over. So you decide which way this goes. And maybe the head and the heart lift. Beautiful. And then we release down on the inhale, and the arms can sweep back, and then we can bend into our knees. And then we can inhale, the arms come to the sides again, maybe up and over. The feet might lift up. And then maybe the head and the heart lift. Exhale, we sweep the arms back. We bend into the knees. So it's kind of like we're swimming here. No right or wrong. You can make this your own. You can keep the knees bent instead of lifting them to the sky. The arms can go up and over instead of to the sides. You can have your hands behind your head and support your head and your neck. Take one more flow here. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet down with the knees bent, arms by the side, and then do some pelvic tilts. Scooping the pelvis towards you and then sending it away. Nice soft movements, lower back. Nice. And then releasing that. And then from here, we're going to find our way up. So you can rock along your spine, or you can, of course, roll to your side and press your way up. And so maybe you rock a few times if that feels like it's interesting to you. And let's find ourselves right into boat pose. So if you came up through the side, find your way into either bringing your feet to the ground, or maybe they're floating, shoulders back and down. Your hands can be underneath the knees. Hands can be out to the side. Core is engaged. May bring a little movement here, opening the arms out to the side and then drawing the knees in. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet down, grow the spine nice and long, shoulders drop. And then perhaps giving yourself a hug if that feels good, chin to the chest. Maybe shaking the head no. Beautiful. And rolling the shoulders back. Nice. And so let's find a seat maybe up high if you have anything to sit up high on. Maybe a couple of blocks or a big bolster. We'll start off in a seated malasana. So bringing the feet nice and wide apart. And then you be the judge of how close you're bringing the feet to you. So see how your knees are telling you where to bring your feet here. And then we can bring the arms right on the inside. So pressing the knees away, growing the spine nice and long. So we'll press the arms into the thighs, into our knees, and pressing the knees into our arms. And the shoulders are down. Check in that your head is not jutted forward. It's nice and lined up through the spine, through the tailbone. Feel free to soften at any point and take a rest here. And notice what you feel. Notice the sensations. Notice what's turned on here through the neck, the upper back, through the groin, inner thighs. Beautiful. And then we can just soften that move. And let's extend here. The left arm can stay exactly where it is, and we'll reach the right arm up to the sky. Maybe this left hand touches the ground, depending on how high up you are. Beautiful. We can switch sides. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up. Nice. We can bring both down again. Let's take that opener, growing the spine nice and long here. And then softening. So you can stay right here. If it's comfortable for your knees to come into a hero, bringing the feet behind you, you can do that. Or you can come down off of something that you've built up really tall and sit comfortable. So make this your own seat. So let's just bring some movement to the shoulders, rolling through the shoulders here. And then reverse. Sweep the arms up to the sky. On the exhale, bringing the hands right behind the head. You can keep the fingers nice and loose. They don't have to interlace. And drawing that chest up without lifting the chin. So we're just opening here. Beautiful. And then releasing the arms out, we'll bring the palms together, navel to the spine. Inhale, let's open it up. Exhale, palms come together, navel to the spine. This time we'll come into cactus arms as we open it up, bending into the elbows like we're going to get the shoulder blades to touch. On the exhale, elbows and palms touch. We'll take one more of those. Beautiful. And then from here, let's find our way into a tabletop. And we'll take some cat-cows, opening through the heart. Exhale, navel to the spine. Check in with your wrists that they're stacked right below the shoulders. Knees hip width apart. Beautiful. Finding a neutral spine here. And as you do, let's engage in the core, and we'll start to draw the hands away from each other. So we're engaging through the arms and the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. And then we can soften there. Beautiful. Extending the right leg long and let it float if you'd like. And then let's bend into that right knee. And what we're going to do is keep the pelvis as steady as possible. We're not going to arch our back or open anything up here. Just going to press that right foot up to the sky using the glute. So we shouldn't be getting the lower back angry here. If something doesn't feel right in the lower back, then let it go. Just let it go. So I'm just pressing, a little bit of pumping that right foot up towards the sky, but keeping the hips completely stable, the pelvis. Beautiful. And then we can release that, and let's make some big giant side circles with that right leg. And reversing that. Beautiful. Pressing that right foot back again. And maybe the left arm floats as we gather in through the belly, the gaze is down. And you can stay right here, or if it serves you, maybe reaching back and taking hold of that right foot. Pressing your foot into your hand, heart reaches forward. Beautiful. Taking an extension, or the left hand is down, whatever feels best in your body. And then we can bring the left hand down, crossing the right foot over, tucking the toes over your left foot, sorry. And you can stay here or bring that left hand in front of the right. Beautiful. Bringing that left hand back. Let's find our way back into our tabletop. Maybe taking a cat-cow here. Nice. And then we'll reach the left leg back, gathering in through the belly. And again, you can have that feeling of you're pulling your hands apart here. And then softening that, bending into the left knee, keeping the pelvis steady as we just do a little bit of pumping of the left foot up towards the sky. So really bringing that attention to the glute. And then we can extend that left leg. Maybe the right arm floats. And if you choose, you might reach back, take hold of your left foot, open through the heart, pressing your foot against your hand, hand against the foot. And perhaps taking that extension again. And then right hand comes down. You can cross the left foot over the right. Oh, I did that last stretch backwards, didn't I, Sharon? This time we're going to take the left hand. I have to redo that. Left hand in front of the right. And so you're looking back over your right shoulder towards your left foot. I thought something felt funny. Beautiful. Let's bring it back to center. Let's take a cat-cow here. I can't leave us uneven. So pressing the right foot back, crossing that right foot over the left. Let's take the right hand and bring it in front of the left. And now look back over the left shoulder. You might even pulse here if that feels interesting. Opening the right side body. Beautiful. Find our way back into our tabletop. You might take the knees wide here or keep them together as we send the hips back and walk the hands forward. So taking an active child's pose, maybe tenting the fingers. Beautiful. Let's walk the hands back, find our tabletop. Tuck the toes, and we'll send the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. And pedal it out here. Finding length through the crown of your head all the way to the tailbone. Feel free to bend the knees. Maybe letting the hips sway side to side. Any movement that feels nourishing this morning. Beautiful. Then we can look forward as we wave the body into a high plank. Shoulders release away from the ears. Feel free to drop the knees if you'd like. And once again, have that sensation of pulling the hands away from each other. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, let's lower down to our bellies. Inhale to cobra. Opening through the heart. Maybe bring some movement to the shoulders here, side to side. On the next exhale, releasing down. The next inhale, come up to cobra. Exhale, release it down. Then we'll have a moving Shalabhasana. Arms out to the side, just somewhat cactus. Maybe the legs lift up as we take an inhale, the heart could lift, the arms can lift, legs might lift, and then exhale, we sway down. Inhale, we open it up. We lift what wants to lift, and exhale, bring it down. I'm going to take one more. Exhale, release it. Make a pillow with your hands. You can bend into your knees and just let your feet sway. And releasing the feet down. And slide the hands right beside the chest. And either come up through table. You might take a pit stop and child's pose, or find your way right up to downward facing dog. I'll take 2 cycles of breath here. As we look forward and walk our feet towards our hands, coming into a forward fold, feel free to rest your hands or arms on blocks, or you might take opposite elbows in ragdoll. You can always rest your arms on your thighs, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. And then releasing the hands. As we bend into our knees and we find our way up to a tall mountain. Let's press it all the way up. Exhale, cactusing, arms out to the side. Let the heart lift. Press the hands back up. And then hands right to the heart space. Shoulders slide down the back. Beautiful. Let's sweep the arms back up. This time taking opposite elbows or opposite wrists, whatever we touch here. Take a bend towards the right as we do, really grounding that left foot into the earth. Come back to center. Lean towards the left, grounding the right foot into the earth. Come back to center, releasing the hands, and come back behind you, either interlacing or taking a strap if that's helpful. Beautiful. Let's bend into the knees, and if it feels good to fold here, then take a fold. Hands can reach up towards the sky. Beautiful. Releasing the fingers, let's sweep the arms down and find our way into chair pose. And then from here, we're going to open up our chair so our arms are out in this cactus arms. And then we'll bring some movement to our chair. So make sure you feel your heels on the ground, nice long spine. And then as we open it up, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, you might lift up a bit and then exhale, bringing it down. So just find your own little flow here. Pulsing, lifting up a bit, and then lowering back down. One more, and finding your chair. Sweep the arms back, and come to a nice tall mountain all the way up towards the sky. Palms touch, and we draw it right into the heart space. Beautiful. If you'd like to have blocks here, as we step back into a high lunge, that might feel supportive. Just feeling your feet on the ground in our Tadasana, shoulders away from the ears, palms open, gentle engagement in the core. Sweep the arms up, reach up. Exhale, we fold. And then we'll step back with the left foot into a high lunge. So feeling that you have that width for security, that we're not kind of toppling over here on a single ski. So bending into the right knee, the left heel can be lifted. And then just taking that slight tuck or engaging in the left glute. You should feel that stretch through the left hip flexor, the front of the left hip flexor, and maybe the arms reach up. And then if you'd like to bring movement here, you might bend into the left knee and then come back up. Drawing the elbows in towards your hips, bending into the knee, and then lengthening the left leg and the arms can lift. You can do that one more time. Beautiful. Let's drop that left heel so we can open up our stance into a warrior two. So you might adjust your feet in any way that works for you so that the right heel is more in line with the arch of the left foot. Soft shoulders. Beautiful. Let's lengthen through the right leg. Find a reverse triangle. Softening in the right knee. And we can cartwheel the hands back down to blocks. And right from here, we'll press off with the left foot into supported warrior three. So soft right knee. The hips are nice and square. Beautiful. And then we can bring that left foot down to meet the right. And a halfway lift here. Flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, we fold. And root to rise. Sweep it all the way up. Palms touch, and let's draw it right to the heart space. Once again, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, we fold. And this time we'll step the right foot back into that high lunge. So bending into your left knee, just finding width where you're feeling stability in your stance. Engaging in the right glute. You might stay right here. Maybe the hands reach up. Shoulders away from the ears. And then if you want to bring movement here, you can draw your elbows towards your hips, maybe bending into your right knee, and then reaching back up, lengthening through that right leg. Like 2 more. Lengthening up. Beautiful. Let's drop the right heel, open up our warrior 2, making any adjustments with the feet. Nice. Soft shoulders here, strong arms, strong body. Lengthen through the left leg, find our reverse triangle, open up the left side body. Beautiful. Let's find our way back into warrior 2 this time. And then we'll come wide on our mat, so face whatever direction works for you. Toes can be facing out, the heels come in, find our star pose. And then we can drop it down into our goddess, bending to your knees. Press back up, star pose. And then drop back down. Beautiful. You can bring your hands to your knees. Maybe just a little bit of movement here, kind of a sliding side to side. Checking with your shoulders that they're not up by your ears. Nice. And finding that neutral place, bringing your opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Come back to center, other side. Back to center. Beautiful. Let's bring it all the way back up, pressing the earth away. And then we can face the toes forward. And we'll take a hinge right at the hips, reaching forward with the heart. And we'll find a fold here. Hands can land on a block. They could land on the ground. You might widen your stance once you get there. Maybe bring the crown of your head down towards the earth. Beautiful. Maybe walk the hands out further away from you, and as you do, sending the hips back. A wide-legged downward dog. More of a stretch through the shoulders. Very little weight on the shoulders. If you'd like to come into a wide-legged plank, glide, bringing the shoulders above the wrists, and then sending the hips back. Maybe taking 2 more of these, moving with your breath. Beautiful. Walk the hands back towards our center. You might heel toe in a bit if your stance is very wide. We're going to find our way to the front of the mat. I'm going to walk my way there and bend into my left knee, but depends which way you're going. And we'll step it forward, so we're in a forward fold. Let's take a halfway lift here. Lengthen through the spine, feeling it through your hamstrings. And then lowering back down. As we step the left foot back, we're in a lunge, bending into the right knee. And let's lower that left knee down. And coming up on the right knee. Sweeping the arms up to the sky and then letting them rest, your fingertips right behind the head and lifting through the heart. And as you're lifting through the heart, engaging in the left glute. Beautiful. Releasing the hands come down to the ground as we press the hips back and lengthen through the right leg. Forward again, sweep the arms up towards the sky. On the exhale, right arm can come down and back and open out to the right. Come back up. And then exhaling the hands down. And from here, let's tuck the left toes and we'll find our way up into a pyramid pose. So feel free to grab some blocks. Drawing the right hip back. Breath here, soften through the shoulders. And then you can bend into the right knee as we step it forward. Take that halfway lift. And then lowering down. And this time we'll come back into the lunge on the other side. So stepping your right leg back. You can drop the right knee. Coming up on the left knee. Take a moment. Sweeping the arms up to the sky, shoulders soft. Bringing the hands behind the head, just really softly. You don't have to interlace the fingers and grab. Just a real soft touch here. Opening the elbows, the heart lifts. This time engaging in the right glute. Beautiful. Bring the arms back up to the sky. And let's bring the left arm out in front, down and back, and open our bodies off to the left. Nice. Bring the arms back up. And then exhale, hands come down, and we can send the hips back, lengthening through the left. Toes reaching. And walking it back forward. Again, we'll find our pyramid pose. You might grab some blocks here, tucking the right toes, and maybe stepping that right foot in a bit. Drawing the left hip back. One more breath here. Nice. And then from here, let's bend back into this left knee as we come back down to the ground. Let's find a tabletop pose. Take a cat-cow or two. You take some barrel rolls here, side to side. Go in the other direction. Beautiful. And then we can find our way to our seats and eventually onto our backs. Let me just lower the screen. And as we find our way onto our backs, if you're there already and don't feel like doing that, that's fine. But if you have a blanket that you might want to just have a gentle heart opener with, please feel free to take that. Letting the shoulders really release here and get heavy and bend into your knees. And if this feels like a lot on the shoulders, if there's a pull that doesn't feel comfortable, then take the blanket away. And we can widen the feet with the knees bent, doing some beautiful windshield wipers here. Letting the body soften and land. back to center. And then depending on what's beneath you, if it feels okay to come into our pyramid, our pigeon on the ground, you can stay like this. Or if you'd rather remove what's under your spine, do that. So we'll bring the right ankle to the left thigh and either stay here or draw the legs. Interlace your fingers, use a strap, rocking, flexing into the feet. Beautiful. You can release that foot down. We'll just switch sides. So left ankle to the right thigh. And either staying here or drawing the legs in, flexing the feet. Using if your body wants to rock or find stillness. We can release the right foot down. And then perhaps if you have blocks nearby, taking the soles of the feet a little bit closer together, letting the knees come out wide, maybe landing on the blocks, releasing the shoulders, maybe resting your hands on your body, and breathing. Letting the body land. Take about 5 breaths here. Nice. And then as you're ready, well, you can absolutely stay where you are for your Shavasana if you'd like, or you might draw the knees together and checking in with your body if there's any movement, any stretch that you'd like to take. And then finding your way into your Shavasana this morning, what would serve you? Maybe a pillow beneath your knees, or resting your calves up on a chair, or perhaps bringing your legs up a wall, or laying flat out, whatever is most supportive for you today. Letting the ground, the earth, your tops completely receive you, hold you. And the weight of your head just sinking to the ground, blanket. Softening all the muscles to your face, your forehead, your eyes, jaw, spacious, your throat, your neck, your shoulders, and the upper arms and the elbows, heavy. letting the hands stop. And just be. Begin to deepen the breath. Make any gentle movement to your fingers, your toes, stretching to your limbs. If it serves you to roll to your left or right side, just taking a moment there, really checking in with yourself. See how you're feeling in your body, your mind, your heart. Coming back to your intention. And gently making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes, have a soft gaze, perhaps bringing your hands to your heart space, offering yourself love, compassion, and so much gratitude for taking this time for you and sharing your practice with us. Light in me honors light in you. Hope you have a beautiful day today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It was a
Cynthia.
really nice day. Thank you.
Thanks, Cynthia.
Enjoy the day.
Have a
Yeah,
good day.
Beautiful
Good
day,
evening.
everybody.
Everyone. Thanks,
Take
Cynthia.
care. Bye.
Be
Thank you.
safe.
Yes, you too. Yes,
Sure.
I will. I'll double. Yes, thank you.
Happy